After the holidays, there's so much to clean up and get ready for the coming year. This leaves me exhausted and a lot of things falling off my to-do list. It's time to lock in, and Omaha Steaks delivers everything you crave to reset after the holidays. An order from them means having high-quality Omaha steaks on hand at all times. I'm a big meat lover myself, and I always go with medium rare. But there's also plenty of poultry and other options available. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. A family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their end-of-season sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code YUM at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com, promo code YUM. Terms apply. See site for details. Go to www.omahasteaks.com to get 50% off site-wide during their end-of-season sale and use promo code YUM at checkout for an extra $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply. Thanks to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring us.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
All right, HBCU Legends fans, I'm here with the legend herself. She always represents the best of HBCU football talent headed to the NFL. We're here with none other than Rasheeda Liberty of Lady Lib Sports and Entertainment. What's going on, Lady Lib?
Hey, how are you?
All right,
Great
Rasheeda.
to connect.
Oh, good to connect. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Yes, same to you. Same to you. 2026.
Well, good. Look, I was happy for you. I was texting you to the wrong email address yesterday. I wanted to say congratulations. Then I was like, okay, no, I got two numbers for her. So let me send this out to her right now. But congratulations. You posted that you guys are representing Jacoby and Morgan from Jackson State, as well as Eric Hunter from Morgan State. And those are your two HBCU guys for this season, as well as that young man from Louisville. Is that correct?
Louisville, as well as one from Houston.
Oh, which one from Houston?
Mark Stampley II and Trevante Sylvester is from Louisville. And I believe we're going to come up on two more that are going to be announced shortly. And one is another HBCU player.
So Stampley is like extended family for me because he and his mother and I went to high school together. So,
oh, wow. Small world.
Yeah, that is a small world. He's a bright kid, a really talented kid.
Very, very, yes. He's training. He's at his training facility. He's in Nashville right now.
All right. So you got a good roster of young talent this season, Rasheeda. Not like you haven't always, right? But talk about the two HBCU kids, Eric, as well as Jacobian.
So I think I had the opportunity to meet Jacobian this summer. I had actually met him throughout the process as we were representing Herb Mulligan as well as Rob McDaniel from Jackson State, just being on the campus, pro days, visits from teams and working with those two. I had the opportunity to kind of learn more about his leadership and just watched him in action. Really didn't approach him just from a standpoint of being an agent. At that time, we, can't, of course, cross that line.
Right.
But I watched his leadership. I followed him. I saw that he just has such a commanding spirit, just a good guy. and we continue to watch him through this season. Of course, he didn't have the season that he desired,
Right.
but the skill set was still there. And knowing that he was still just in missing 4 games, he was still a top 20 quarterback in the country from a scoring and PFF game scoring particularly. And knowing, just seeing his strength, I said, this is a guy that we definitely want in our corner. And so we had a conversation. It was a very easy conversation because he knew who I was. He knew
Oh,
what I
good.
had done for his teammates. And I had spoke at an event that he attended, and he was in the audience. And I remember him taking copious notes
Huh.
as we were speaking. And I said, he is interested in this. Like, he is paying attention. He was one of the few that had his notebook out and was really, really taking every single note that we said. He started following us. We followed him, and here we are. So Jacobian has just a brilliant person, very structured person. I feel like he can do well, and he would be a gift to any team that will allow him to be a leader in that space.
Right. And I
Um,
think you said something earlier. It just seems like he's a natural leader. If you see what he's done, being a national championship quarterback as well as the MVP of the Celebration Bowl, he is a guy that you want to have on your team and leading your team.
yes, he is. He is a when he comes in the room, he doesn't have to say a lot. He commands just naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very, very
Um,
nice young man.
yeah.
Good, good.
Um,
And Eric Hunter, talk about him.
Eric is kind of the same thing. We discovered Eric probably late 2023-ish. He had suffered an injury, was not able to play the 2024 season, had to recover from that. And in 2025, he came back stronger than ever. We continue to watch him. We had a lot of eyes on him across myself and a couple more agents, and we knew that if he were to come over to Lady Love Sports, that we would work together on him because we all had kind of the same passion and interest in his play, and we would, you know, invest in him and do all of the things we need to do to set him up for success. Eric is a leader in his own right. He
Hmm.
is such a disciplined person. Um, he pays attention to details. He asks the right questions. He's a talented guy all around. I mean, I didn't even know until we got connected with him, that he plays 5 instruments. He
Really?
produces music. He is just a unique character, and just seeing how he set his goals for the year. He, shared some things with us on how he set his goals and some visualization of what those goals look like and how he kept track of them. I was like, this man is just dedicated. And also in meeting with the scouts specifically on him and getting feedback from the league before we signed him, there was such high character marks across the NFL
Yeah.
for Eric.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
he's been
yeah.
somebody we've been noting for quite a while, very talented young man coming out of the MEAC, right? But
Hmm.
I think Box to Row, when I voted, he was one of the All Americans for Box to Row this season, as well as last season, or the season before
Yep.
last.
Yep.
And also, I think he's a FCS All American as well.
Yep.
So
Yep.
um, I was
He's
kind of
Box
curious.
Show
Go ahead.
finalist. He's
Hmm.
the Box Show finalist, HBCU Player of the Year finalist. His list of accomplishments that our PR team pulled together to share was like 2 pages.
Yeah, yeah. Look, and also he led the MEAC. I think he was MEAC Defensive Player of the Year once, right? At least once.
He
And
was definitely a nominee and a finalist. This year, he didn't get that honor, but my story to him is, we know the honor you deserve. So it's not many players that's going to have 102 tackles in the season. I'm
definitely,
sorry.
yeah, you were look. You're right because he's highly productive. Both of those young men are highly productive. Think about
Yes.
their what they were able to do for both of their teams. I know Morgan State kind of struggled, But I saw a couple of games. If it were not for Eric Hunter making some plays for that defense for the Bears would have lost. So congratulations on representing both of those young men. But what kind of struck me interestingly was the fact that Hunter he participated in that All-American inaugural FCS showcase that was in Nashville as well, right?
Yes.
How did he get to that one?
That you have to be so across the NFL. They asked all 32 teams to submit their top. I can't remember the number, but I can't remember the number. I believe it's like the top 10, probably no more than 15 players in FCS that they wanted to
Wow.
spend more time with and have specialized time, like a special setting with them, just to get initial looks, have interviews, connect with them on a more intimate basis before they get into the full pre-draft process. So he was one of those that was selected. He interviewed with quite a few teams
Okay.
at that event. Our circle back to all of those teams has been very, very favorable. I heard terminology like, hey, he really helped himself out. I fell in love with the kid. I thought I was going to spend 5 minutes with him. I ended up spending 30 minutes with him. He
Yeah.
would be a wonderful addition to our team, our club. So just that, having that pre event before you really get into this pre draft process was huge because I know he's going to see those guys at least 4 more times before the draft
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
the league.
Wow. Special because also he's a participant in the HBCU Legacy Bowl and he gets to interact with some of the scouting professionals that will be there as well, correct?
Yes, he'll be at the HBCU Legacy Bowl, but he's actually starting off with another bowl, the American Bowl, which is what we call the Bronze Bowl. So it is one of the top 3 bowls in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We hear about Senior Bowl, of course. We hear about East West Shrine as well, and then the American Bowl is back. It's under a new name, but it's kind of in that space where the NFLPA Bowl used to be a few years ago.
Okay.
Highly supported by the NFL, so it'll be aired on the NFL Network, one of the bowls that has that opportunity. And he'll go out for bowl week here shortly. So he'll be at the American Bowl, he'll be at the HBCU Legacy Bowl, and then at the end of March, he'll be at the HBCU Combine.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure. So did they choose to put the combine later this year? Because usually the HBCU Combine was going to be that Monday before the Legacy Bowl, correct?
Yes, the HBCU Combine is this year will not be in conjunction with the HBCU Legacy Bowl. The HBCU Combine was always an NFL Combine,
Mm-hmm.
and the NFL opted to go a different route this particular run and do something special with a very isolated group again that was selected by the league, and not combine that with the bowl game.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Well, see, that's news to us today here at HBCU Legacy Legends. To think the Legacy Bowl had that. I know they approached Doug Williams and James Shack Harris a couple of seasons ago, so they hosted it twice, and now it's going to be offsite again.
Yeah. But the Legacy Bowl, I am a huge fan of the Legacy Bowl. I've been going since the beginning of it, been at the HBCU Combine since the beginning. And I always had players in all the years. But I will say that the HBCU Legacy Bowl to me, it's one of the interview capitals
Really?
for HBCU players.
All right.
If I believe our 2 players that I don't think I've ever had a player have less than 15 or 16 interviews with teams.
Wow.
So if you want to be seen, like some guys have overlooked the Legacy Bowl and said, no, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. And they usually, the majority of those, to be quite honest, are at home today.
And I spoke to Doug about one young man. I'm not going to call his name out, but he was a young man that was also invited to the NFL Combine, right? But he decided to forego going to the Legacy Bowl, and when he got to the NFL Combine, did not do so well at all. And Doug said he pleaded for the young man, please come show your face, get to meet these guys here first. Then you can go to the
Mm-hmm.
NFL Combine. He said you don't even have to participate in the game, but at least come here first and show
Mm-hmm.
who you are. And I wish he would have listened. I really do.
I do too. I think I think there's value in never forgetting where you come from.
Amen.
And
Amen.
there is, I've had, like I said, numerous players that says, should I? I've had agents, I've had players reach out and ask, like, is it worth? And I'm all tell them is, this is a forum where you are the priority.
Right.
You are the priority.
Right.
If you go, it's okay to be in other forums and be one of the HBCU players. It's okay to do that, but just understand that the focus then is on a different group of people, and you're kind of the bottom of that group
Right. Look,
because you're
guys.
coming from small school.
Yeah.
Go over to the other ones where you can be the top guy or one of the top guys and get the attention and get your voice out to all of the teams, because once they get their eyes on you and once they interview you, those notes all go into a system.
Right. Right. And those notes go into, is it everybody is able to see those notes, or only specific teams are able to see the notes of those
Specific
ages?
teams, specific teams see the notes, but there are teams that have partnership with other teams. Like you may
Oh,
have a,
okay.
one team go and they'll do the interview, but
Hmm.
there's three other teams that they share their notes with.
Okay. It's good to know.
And
See, this
so
helps you guys out. You never know
yeah.
who the notes are going to, right?
Yeah, you never know who the notes are going to, because I've had that. Hey, my guy over at such and such team met with him. They really think he's hot. He wasn't on my radar. He's on my radar now. I'm calling you to get more details. So that happens all the time because the scouting community is very close.
Good to
They
know.
although they work for different teams, they're all like, hey, we probably won't take the kid over here, but there's an opportunity maybe for him over here. I know you guys are looking for XYZ. Like they talk. It's a community.
Great, great. Look, if you don't believe Rasheeda, let's just go through her roster. Rasheeda, didn't you have two HBCU Legacy Bowl MVPs?
Yes.
And
Both we had Xavier Smith in 2023 and
mhm,
Davius Richard in 2024.
that's right.
I'm looking for one in 2026 now.
You had an off year on 2025.
I
That's
know,
okay.
yeah, 2025. I had Rob McDaniel and Herb Mulligan, and they were very conservative in how they utilized them in those games. Otherwise, they would have been.
Yeah, but hey, check this out. Rob McDaniels just signed what, a futures contract? Was it with
Yes,
the Commanders again?
he's
Okay.
with the Commanders again. Yep, he's been extended.
All right. How's Irv doing?
Irv is doing well. Irv is trying to make a decision on where he wants to be. So, but Irv's doing well. He had an opportunity with the Giants. I know it is the way I look at football and the way I inform my players to look at football is it's a not for long sport.
Mm,
It's a not for long
true.
sport. So sometimes, I mean, I think unfortunately the last draft class in 2025 had 32, I think it was, running backs invited to the national combine. When we saw that or heard that, we knew that this was a heavy running back class. And so that makes it a little more challenging when you're coming out in what we would call kind of the not your year.
Okay.
And that was a lot of the situation. But Herb, still a very outstanding, one of my favorite people to work with.
Yeah.
Outstanding running back. But Herb, I don't know where Herb will end up, but I always say in Herb we trust, so we just gotta wait and see.
Look, I coined that phrase. Now I used to tell people,
Oh yeah,
in
you did, you
Irv we
did. I
trust.
took that.
And
I took that. I
but you
took
know
that.
what I loved about Irv as well as Rob was how humble those guys were, right? But they were
Extremely.
also confident in their talent and their ability. So, guys, if y'all listening to this, you some scout somewhere, please pick up Irv, give him a try. You're gonna be very pleased in what you see with
Very
that young man.
pleased. Very pleased.
Has he decided that he could possibly do, or is he weighing the options like the UFL or CFL as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. He's definitely thinking about that. Herb has See, Herb has other skills from a business perspective.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I think there's also the weigh in of, what football, some people really believe that the National Football League is the priority.
Hmm.
And, sometimes I always say it takes time. And then they'll come back and they'll say, you know what, I think I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Herb is capable of being a superstar on any team, whether it's CFL, UFL, or NFL. I know he can do it.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Mulligan.
Mr.
Mulligan.
Mulligan.
Yeah. Jacobian. Now, is he going to be in any other bowl games other than the HBCU Legacy Bowl?
You will only see him with the HBCU Legacy Bowl and HBCU Combine.
Okay. All right. Well, good, good. Gets to participate in the combine. Will the combine be in New Orleans or are they putting it somewhere else?
They haven't officially announced the location yet,
Oh,
but I don't believe it will be in New Orleans.
oh, all right. I wonder if it was those scouts were getting too much gumbo and too much Mardi Gras around that time as well.
They have to make it very convenient.
They
I
were too
picture this
distracted.
combine. I feel like this combine will be a very similar if you know the format of the Big 12 Pro Day and how
Yeah,
that was handled.
yeah,
This will be that equivalent. The young men will be ready to go. You won't have people backing out saying I'm not ready. The only concern and the only flag that we're thinking through is how does this impact actual pro days on campuses?
right.
Because it is very late, and a lot of times if you have a forum, just like with Big 12 Pro Day, there were when you had so many Big 12 players visible at the Big 12 Pro Day, it was very limited attendance at some of the schools.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Good to know.
Because you have quote unquote the best. The best have already been selected to go to this event. So why would I don't know if I want to send 20 scouts over to a school when I can send the 20 scouts over to
A
the
bigger
the
event, right?
combine event.
With more
Hmm.
pool to them.
With
Okay,
the selected group that are going to test well and show up strong.
gotcha, gotcha. Now, guys, don't forget the American Bowl is going to be on NFL Network on the 22nd of January. It's going to be broadcast from Orlando, Florida. If you're in that Orlando area, tickets are still on sale. You get to see Mr. Eric Hunter in action, and I think he is the only, or there may be one more HBCU player, but if I'm not mistaken, I thought he was the only one participating in the American Bowl.
He's one of he was definitely one of the first invites.
Okay.
There may be others added or subtracted or things like that. But yeah, I said I only pay attention to my clients. Eric Hunter will be at the American Bowl.
Okay,
But yeah, Eric,
nothing wrong with that, Rasheeda. I got
I
you.
know. And Eric, he's training and getting ready, and we are very excited about some of his initial baseline testing that came out of the facility. So he's going to test well.
Okay. Look, Eric has that body type for the linebackers that you'd like to see. What is his strength, or what are they projecting? Is it more like a Sam or Will or what?
I think more will.
Okay.
More will.
Okay.
Yep.
I can see that.
And it depends on what team it is. But the majority has been will linebacker.
Houston Texans, New Orleans Saints. Those are two teams that I sponsor. Go get this young man. He needs to be on that team, especially add him to that strong Houston Texans team. So
That Houston Texans defense, my God.
yeah, boy, didn't they show out? Didn't they show out?
Yes. Oh God.
I
They
told
are
guys
out of
when
control.
that matchup came up after the official seedings were there, I said, "It's no way Steelers are going to be able to win this game." People thought I was crazy. I was like, "Okay, I'm just telling
Yeah,
you."
the Anderson and the other Hunter that's there, they're gonna have one more Hunter.
Anderson, Hunter, and then you have Sheldon Rankins. I don't know what type of youth formula he's been drinking, but it's Sheldon has 10 plus years in the league, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man. And Hunter, just to see how his career has been revived coming from the Vikings to the Texans is just great to see.
Sometimes players can be unlocked. I always say it can be unlocked. It's just a different mode, different structure, different coaching, but yeah, I'm excited to see what's happening. I have to throw out that I'm also excited about one player. Although he's not my player, he's not our client. I am just so excited for Elijah Williams,
Yeah. Yeah.
and what he was able to do last year at the HBCU Combine and the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Elijah got on the map,
Yes, he did. Yeah.
and he made the 53-man roster. And you have to commend the HBCU Legacy Bowl and the Combine for allowing him that platform, that forum. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah, definitely. But also, Rashida, I got to go back to you. You got Xavier Smith, who's going to be with the Rams, still playing in the National League football playoffs, right? And Xavier has really been a threat this season. Those guys have to pay
Yeah,
attention to Xavier Smith. And I'm just so proud of him every time he even gets near the ball.
yeah.
Think about that.
Xavier definitely has grown up in his own, and he's doing a great job. Excited for the Rams as well, and excited to just see him there.
Yeah.
And see, I just look at the work that it takes to, just from the beginning. I would say from the very beginning of when I first met Xavier and his mom, and we began to work with him, and just the humility
Yeah.
but the hard work. Xavier went in pre-draft process. He trained at Trench. Got shout out Trench Academy, with Taylor Scott and that team down there, and he was dedicated, disciplined to his craft. He went back home. He did additional workouts with teams, different trainers that he had previously worked with
Yeah.
in the Tampa area, or Polk County area. um, just very prayerful, humble, very spiritually guided family, and just hung in there through the process. I know it was definitely the dream for him to get drafted. I remember that conversation. But understanding that he, has always had to work for what he's wanted, became a PFA, got signed pretty much right away. There were other teams, but the Rams were pressing the hardest. And
Really?
so it just made sense for him to go to the Rams.
Yeah.
And the Rams is a developing organization. They have a high conversion of their priority free agents or undrafted free agents to the roster.
Yeah.
That's what McVay does out there. And so it just made sense. He had a fellow coach that was also there that was helping or attempting to help on that side. Although, sometimes the coaches don't have as much influence in the draft room, but definitely that front office respected a couple things that he had to share. And here he is today, right? So very proud of what he's been able to accomplish. Hope to see him continue to do great things out there and maybe get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. Hold your roll. We're going to talk about that Super Bowl. But
They on their way.
you know what? For the NFC side, I don't mind. I don't mind the Rams getting to the Super Bowl. We just need to get the Texans to the Super Bowl.
Okay, Texas and Rams, let's go.
Let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Now, was KJ Black still a part of the Rams when Xavier got there, or did he
Yeah.
already? Okay.
Yep, he was there.
All
He
right.
was there.
Well,
I
good.
think he's with Atlanta now. I
Yeah.
can't remember where he transitioned.
Yeah, he's in Atlanta, former Prairie View great, Mr. KJ Black. All right. Last thing, let's talk about your son. Where is he going?
We don't know yet.
What?
We don't know, but right, we don't know. I'm telling you, me and my husband were just talking about the transfer portal. I accompanied him to the coaches conference
Okay.
and
The
AFCA.
AFCA? Okay. All right.
Yep. And we, in Charlotte, and talk. I definitely talked to my share of HBCU coaches.
Did you
Coaches
bird
from all
dog
over.
Tremaine Jackson? Did you get to
I
him?
definitely talked to Tremaine
All right.
Jackson.
All right. All right.
And he told me it was a shame that we both in Houston, and he had to come all the way to Charlotte to finally meet me. So But had the
Mm.
opportunity to connect there, and there is, I mean, unfortunately, there is a coaching philosophy that the transfer portal is more valuable to win now
Right.
than developing high school students, and so that we are definitely, I'm experiencing it firsthand because I'm seeing exactly what's happening out here because I happen to have a child that's on his way to college.
Right.
And so I do think it has been challenging to watch because you see the talent. You know, if this was 2, 3 years ago, this would be a different conversation. But because these coaches are so heavily relying on win now 21 and up, the high school kids are not going to get developed by them. The high school kids are unfortunately going to end up in, I
Ju-
won't even say unfortunately, they're going to have to go to D2, D3,
or
NAI,
JUCO, right?
or
As well.
JUCO. They're going
Yeah.
to have to go a different route, and then transfer up, which that wasn't the case 3 years ago. But now you have that situation. So with my son, ton of D3 offers,
Does
a
he?
few
Okay.
a
Okay.
few D2 offers, and a
Okay.
couple D1 offers that are, hey, let me wait until I get done with the transfer portal, then I'll come back and grab you. So that's a tough place to be. And I am surprised when I tell you I have been surprised, especially from our HBCU coaches, because I know a lot of them. I've been surprised that they haven't given high school students the nod or even thought to come get high school students.
Do you think
I think
that's
I
because,
think
like
that's a
what you
challenge.
said, it's the pressure to have these guys win now?
Yes, one coach said they are now firing coaches in week 3. They're not even giving them a chance to get out. I mean, you see the heavy turnover, and so people are scared for their jobs, and they're not putting their jobs, relying on their job getting done with a team of high schoolers, right?
Right.
Which I totally understand, but at the same time, I honor and respect the coaches that still believe in coaching and developing players and understand that there has to be a balance.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't coach up and develop and also have your talented other, older kids that have had that experience, then I'm questioning that coaching skill. That's
Hmm.
all I say. Because you have to actually coach. And so I think it's interesting that we would rely on D2 and D3 and JUCO coaches to actually be the developing coaches only. And for the D1 coaches just to say, I'll take whatever you develop because I can't develop. That's not that I gotta win now. And I gotta win now so I can get to my next job. We gotta we kind of lost a little bit of the art of coaching in
Yeah.
my mind.
Because at that conference, Jermaine Jackson stated, I don't think we can be successful and keep our jobs with a bunch of 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
I just don't believe
Yeah.
it. And, but I
You gotta have a
recall
mix.
3 years ago, before Coach Prime went on to Colorado, he said pretty much the same thing. He was echoing that same sentiment of Coach Prime's. But it's a lot of pressure, right? So what's happening also
Hmm.
with our HBCU guys, once they have successful, let's say 1 or 2 seasons, they're getting picked and plucked out by D1 FBS schools.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's a feeding frenzy going on.
It
The
is.
HBCUs may feed off the D2 as well as the JUCO guys or D3 guys, and then in turn the FBS is doing the same. So it's a developing. Who's going to get into the
Hmm.
bigger show is what's going to be the case, and
Yes.
that's why you
And
have so much roster turnaround.
yeah, you can't. It's hard to build culture when
Yeah,
you got a revolving door. It's like building family, and then you realize that the in-laws are no longer the in-laws. They're going over, and somebody's getting remarried, and it's like I got a bunch of cousins. That it's like, what are we doing? So I do think I honor and respect the coaches that actually believe in having balance in their organization and
right.
understand that for the long haul, and maybe they're not really interested in the long haul. It's like give me the wins off these backs and let me go on someplace else. I don't care, right? But I honor the coaches that still have a level of care and development and understand the power of pipeline and development to get to the next level. And transfer portal, I I I have mixed feelings. I
Yeah.
do believe you have to bring some talent in from the transfer portal, but Why go get somebody else's number twos to just be number twos on your team? I don't understand. It's like I take your guys that you don't want and I put them over here, and then I take your guys that you want. At some point, you got to have a draft.
Yeah.
This is what the NFL does.
Ooh, okay.
Every year, the NFL hosts a draft. You
Yes.
know what the draft is the equivalent of? High school students.
Mm.
You know what free agency is? Transfer portal.
Mm.
And guess what? You won't get not a NFL team in this country that does not have a draft pool
Yes, that's true.
because they understand the value of developing talent.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And it is a big free agency free for all at this time.
Yeah.
Before we go on, do you believe that the NCAA will get a hold of this and stop some of the major swaps, or are they going to be legally hands tied to keeping it as it is?
I believe they're going to have to figure out something. I think there needs to be some regulations. I heard so many ideas from the coaching conference
Hmm.
this week about, how do you limit how do you limit a revenue share? Make sure everybody gets paid the same amount, or you only allow X amount of transfers into your school system. There's so many options on the table to say what does the transfer portal look like and how do you put limits on it,
Okay,
right?
right.
Um, I think you got a lot of kids that are leaving school too, and that's there are family. I get parents that reach out all the time to ask me would I help them, and I had a parent reach out this week, and the school literally asked her son to leave. This is a FBS school.
Really?
Asked her son to leave and told him he could stay. Um, and he was a good student, a great student,
Wow.
and because they couldn't develop him or whatever the case may be, they don't have time to wait and develop. They ain't got time. They told him go leave. So now this young man is about to leave school, throw his stuff in the transfer portal. They'll pay for his tuition this spring, but he's just out there because he loved his sport. It's just when you do stuff like that, it is painful for these young men.
That's really something to hear. Wow. I'll talk to you more about that offline, but
Yeah.
that is hard to hear. All right, last thing, Rasheeda, since you have been doing a tremendous job representing these young men, what are just give me just two or three keys of what they should do, and if somebody is listening to you right now and listening and saying, "Oh man, I need this type of advice," preparing myself to go into this NFL draft process, what are two or three things you would recommend for them to do?
Seek representation ASAP. I think it's very hard to advocate for yourself by yourself and not street agents
Mm-hmm.
necessarily, but
Mm-hmm.
actual NFLPA certified agents, not your cousin, uncle. I know somebody who's in the league. Like
Okay.
those things.
Okay.
I said this
Big
on
Mama,
another.
Uncle Joe around the
Yeah,
corner.
my uncle, he used to play ball back we don't care. One, two, three. We do not care. It is you NFLPA certified agents should be advising you at this time, not your NIL agent or your cousin.
Okay.
Um, I think also if I could it give any advice, and some of the advice we give our guys right away. Clean up your social media.
Hmm. Why is that
Clean
important, Lady Liv?
you when they research you, and I got some wild ones out there too. They still be
Uh-huh.
on that social media. But I mean you gotta make sure no gang signs. Be appropriate with your cousins. Show that you love football. If your social media is just you posing with money or in a gas station, flexing in your clothes, you don't love football. So
Mm.
you gotta show that you actually love the sport. If anything, I would also say get your nutrition in place
Okay.
and get your workouts in place. If you can't afford training, you need to, if you can, by any means necessary, I would definitely make sure that you can get someone that can work with you on your speed, your ankle strength, just strength and conditioning, anything that would help you with your vertical, your broad jump, your speed, anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Trying to be more explosive when you go
Try to
to
be more
those
explosive. Try to
skills.
be more explosive.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Uh, And I would say media and professional training, look at interviews and you can teach yourself some of the PR things that you may need to be helpful. I know there is a team, Tara at HBCU Elite. She specifically is trying to help guide those who are not represented and helping them on how they should interview and present themselves. So I think there's an opportunity there. But
Okay.
that would be it. How do I present myself? How do I look to the world when they do research me? Um, and this is a time when you got to condition and take care of your body to be its best, especially as you're going into pro days.
Okay. Excellent, excellent views. And don't forget, always come to HBCU Legends if you would like to have an interview. We have seen a multitude of our guys go on to the NFL or other leagues. Aubrey Miller just got a championship over at Saskatchewan. So,
Yes,
so
yes.
he's
The
one of
CFL,
our
yeah.
guys too. And of course, we had James Houston, who is in the NFL.
From walking barefoot in the snow to hiking for miles for a view, it feels good to connect with our simpler side. Simplifying your wellness with Kachava's all-in-one nutrition shake feels good too. With 25 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, greens, adaptogens, and more. No fillers, no nonsense, just the highest quality ingredients. New customers get $20 off an order of 2 bags or more now through January 31st when they go to Kachava, KACHAVA.com, and use code NEWS.
And other guys as well. So, hey, it's very important. I always advocate for the HBCU players. If you want somebody to kind of get you out there and have some visibility for the interviews and have people to get to know you, come and reach out to us at HBCU Legends as well. Okay. Tell everybody how they can find you out there, Lady Lib.
I am Lady Lib. That's LADYLIB as in boy, 1922. That's for the sorority. So Lady Lib 1922. That's my platform on X as well as Instagram. And then you can also locate us and fill out a form at ladylib.com. LADYLIB as in boy.com.
And I know at one time you were considering taking coaches. Are you still interested in coaches who may need some representation?
We are building that. So that was part of the AFCA reach to kind of understand what is there. I have been just directing coaches to different opportunities, kind of not in a representation mode, but more of a, hey, I know they got a vacancy. You may need to go over there and check that out.
Right.
Definitely been doing that. A couple coaches have reached out and I said, I always I always honor the coaches who I have worked with and represented their players because I usually know what kind of coach they are from that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also, I always say through this recruitment process, your integrity, your honesty, and things that I've seen certain coaches do specifically with my son as he's been going through this process. I'm like, that's a good coach.
Yeah.
You may not be able to take them, I understand, but you're a good coach because you're able to explain, you're able to articulate, you're not over promising. But the coaches that don't answer their DMs, don't respond, I'm like, that the professionalism, I got to make sure I represent the brand appropriately for Lady Live Sports.
Isn't that something, and people mock Coach Jermaine Jackson when he gave his 4-hour rule. If you don't respond to us and with a follow or whatever, that's you're off the list. But I have to applaud him for the standards. It's really been able to help him in his first season and going forward as well at Prairie View A&M. Lady Lib, you need to call the AD over at Morehouse. We need to get a coach over there. Please help my alma mater. Please.
I know. The alma mater
What's
gotta
taking
help
so
themselves.
long? I'm like,
I think the world is waiting on that. To be honest with you, I'm like the alma mater. There's a lot of talk amongst the coaching world as to why that has not been filled. There's just a lot of talk, so that is one that they're waiting on. I believe they're waiting on Clark too. I might be wrong on that one.
no,
but
Clark and Morehouse are the lone stalemates out there. We're gonna find the right person. Man, you gotta
Yeah,
move.
but are you gonna find the right team? Because
You
the recruits ain't coming.
That's
Well,
what I'm
what's
talking
going
about.
on?
You got to move, baby. And we
You
missed
gotta
out
move.
putting one of our own in the head coaching slot. He went over to Savannah State. That was heartbreaking.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So, but
Yeah, but
anyway,
well,
that's
next
the
time
joys of
we talk,
HBCUs, right?
yes, next time we talk, I hope to be.
All right, HBCU Legends fans, it's Kyle T. Mosley here with another special installment. And this time it's about family, y'all. We are here just jumping off the new year, of course, but we like to talk about some specialty sports here and there. We're right in between basketball and the football season, but we kind of forgotten about the volleyball season that was very, very good this year, especially in the SIAC. And we're here with freshman defensive specialist from Allen, Miss Madison Mack. How you doing, Maddie?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Guys, she prefers to be called the Mac. So, but we're just going to call her Madison right there. But Madison, thank you for joining us, guys. The reason why I have her on here because you see, I have my Morehouse shirt on. Her dad and I were best friends. He was in my wedding. I was in his wedding. I was best man in his first wedding, and
Yeah.
and we uh we were just good, man. He's a special person, and uh, he did a lot for me, Madison. You just don't know. Your dad was really really good, and my mom loved uh him as well as the family as well. She got into a lot of confrontations with your older sister, Monique. It was so funny.
Wait, that's funny.
Yeah, Monique did not mess with my mom. That was the one person she would not mess with.
Dang, not Monique. She just left too.
Did
Could ask her
she?
about that. Yeah.
Hmm. Beautiful, beautiful family. Um, talk talk to us. How you doing? First of all,
I'm good. I'm doing good. We're about to go back to campus. Report is on Saturday at 9 a.m.
okay.
And then our spring season is going to start very, very soon. So we're very, very excited about that. And honestly,
Wow.
just ready to
Okay.
jump back into school.
So you guys have two seasons per year, or just one season per year? How does that
Technically
work?
we have oh sorry. Technically we have one season and then spring season, like some teams can like play like spring matches or you can
Okay.
like just train during the spring and our school is training during the spring so that with the freshmen, sophomores and juniors and any transfers that come in or people who graduate early and want to start so we can get our team chemistry together cuz this year we got a lot of new players on our team. So
Okay. All right. Well, good, good. Now tell everybody where you're from.
I'm originally from Marietta, Georgia. Um, and then we moved to New Mexico for like 3 years for my dad's job, and then we moved back to Georgia, but this time in Gwinnett County, Sugar Hill. So that's where we've been ever since. And then for college, I went to Columbia, South Carolina. So that's pretty much where I've been at.
All right. Allen University, right?
Yes.
And why Allen? You had your picks and chooses for other
Mm.
opportunities. What was it about Allen that attracted?
I really like like when I did my visit with the team, I felt like the girls are very welcoming and warming, and I feel like I didn't really get that experience in high school with my volleyball team. So it was just really nice to see like people who actually like cared and saw my potential.
Yeah.
And even like, I went to a school where there wasn't many people that really looked like me besides just athletes. So now I really wanted to go to an HBCU so I can be around people who look like me and have like the same who've gone through some similar experiences that I have.
Definitely. Yeah. went to predominantly white high schools, right?
Mhm.
And where the population is greater than the minority population. And
Mhm.
HBCUs give them that different sense of, let's see, flavor, understanding the
Yeah.
culture, right? I
Yes.
know, I'm pretty sure your dad gave you a lot of thoughts about Spelman, Morehouse, at
Mhm.
Clark Atlanta as well. Why did you choose to kind of get outside of Atlanta?
Mm, I feel like I guess I needed to experience something not in Georgia. I mean,
Gotcha.
because one of my sisters, she went to Clemson, and so we would go to South Carolina pretty much like all the time because she did color guard. So it's like I was like, okay, I feel like it's not really that bad being like that away from home. And it's not even like I could get in the car and go home and come back within a day. So, and I feel
Yeah,
like South
not very
Carolina,
far is what you said, 3 hour
yeah.
drive, right?
Yeah, and I feel like it's I it's more chill than Atlanta. I mean, obviously their traffic is not as bad as ours, but I could like go maybe like 30 miles and it would take like half the time if I was in like Atlanta. But yeah, because Columbia's nice and then we have University of South Carolina right there. So
Right there,
it's
right, yeah,
and
yeah.
Benedict's across the street. So yeah.
And how far are you guys from Orangeburg?
Like an hour.
Okay, so you're right around, like when we had the Atlanta University Center where we had Morehouse, Clark, Morris Brown, and
Mm-hmm.
we had Atlanta University. That was separate at that time. And of course, Spelman. We all were kind of all around one another. Uh, you still have that same type of flavor. And you also have Johnson C. Smith that's in that area
Yeah.
as well. So
Mhm.
you guys have a lot of history to be able to
Mhm.
pull on. Especially Allen is a very historic school,
Mhm.
and but what was kind of interesting to me is that when your dad told me how well you were doing in your volleyball, why was
Mhm.
volleyball something you gravitated to?
Mm, well, when I was younger, I started gymnastics very, very young, and I did it till I was about like 11.
Okay,
And so then from 11 to like I would say like 8th grade of middle school, I did basketball and volleyball. So
really?
I was
Okay,
really busy. Yeah. Honestly, I think volleyball to me, I just gravitated to it more because well, not trying to be funny, but it was like younger me was like, it's not that much like running because I feel like basketball is like all
uh,
running. And then I also realized because the position I was playing in basketball, um, in middle school, I was kind of I was the taller, kind of the one of the tall people, but like obviously now like you see like basketball players are like pushing 6 foot and I'm 5'5". So I was like,
okay,
okay, this is not gonna work if I want to play something in college. So I was like, because my mom said you got to choose either or. So I chose volleyball. So
okay, all right.
yeah.
Well, look, being a defensive specialist, does that mean you can jump high, and or is that you're able to just kind of focus and be able to protect the court and keep the ball alive?
Yeah, I'm the one that protects the court and, keeps the ball alive. Sometimes we do get the opportunity to hit back row if the setter needs to set like the ball to us, last option. But yeah, I mainly am the one. I don't really jump as much. So I'm the one like when
Okay.
the hitters do go up to jump, I'm like usually like right behind them to, just in case somebody on the team is blocking and they get blocked. Gotta make sure that my teammates are all like I have their back.
Okay.
So that's pretty much like what a DS libero is.
I didn't know that. And, when I see a lot of these volleyball tournaments, you have the tall girls, so to speak.
Mhm.
They're up front and they're just killing it and just
Yes.
slamming it. And I'm like, wow, how did they get
Mhm.
that high? And the leaping ability is just off the chain.
Yes. I wish I could do that. Look, if I was 6 foot, I would be up there.
Okay. Now you did have a really good game this year. It was against Johnson and Wales. where you
Yes.
had 7 points and 7 aces. I think they
Mhm.
say you electrified the crowd there. Talk about that. How did you get 7 aces?
Well, honestly, I don't even know because my coach, she usually tells us what like spots to hit. So like there's
Okay.
like different like if this is the court, hold on. If this is the court and this is the net, you have the person serving right here, and that's one, two, three, four, five, six. So you can either really serve in one of those six things, and my coach is telling me where to serve. So I guess I can't really accredit that to me. It was really like the
So
spot
you
serving right.
so in essence you were picking on the weak person.
I mean,
That's
I
what
guess.
it was.
I mean,
I
that's
understand.
what they tell us to. I mean, that's really like what they tell us to do
Okay.
in games. So that's pretty much yeah.
But still you have to be able to deliver it. And that's
Mhm.
pretty good. All right.
Mhm.
So if you keep your aces going, if you had did you have like 7 in a row or what? How did that work?
I think it
Or
was
did
seven
you
in
have
a
to
row.
rotate? Okay.
I think it was 7 in a row, and then, of course, that is when I served it into the net, but, because I think I was trying to go, like, really, really short, and that's like, you gotta, like I gotta work on my really, really short serves, but yeah.
Okay. All right. And also, let's see, you had 5 digs. Now, the dig is what we were talking about as far as you
Mhm,
protecting the court,
mhm,
you making sure the ball stays into play on your
mhm.
side. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what's an assist?
So, that's really, like, what the setters do. It's like when the DS or somebody first passes the ball, the second ball, the setter, like, sets the ball to the hitter so that they can get a kill off of that, but sometimes if the setter takes the first ball, like either a DS or a libero can give the hitter an assist. So I guess in that sense, like I I got my hitters an assist with the ball. So I always love setting my hitters because it's always so fun.
So could you get a dig and an assist on one try?
Um, on like the same play.
Yeah.
Um, I
See
don't
if they
think
came
so.
into you, you hit it up, and those
Hmm.
guys were like, and then they slammed it. Would that
Yeah.
be an assist? Okay. All right.
Yes.
See, this old guy, I'm starting to figure this out.
Hey,
Well,
you're doing great. You're doing better than most people.
all right, okay. I'm gonna hold you to that. Um, Now you have attack, set, serve, defense, block. Those are different categories. Um,
Hmm.
if you had to look, because I see here this season you had 22 digs. What's a SP? SP.
You know what? I don't know because I feel like
They say you had 27 of those SPs.
I don't know.
What's a
'Cause I
TA?
was looking at I
You have 5 of those.
I don't know, cause I feel like it just depends on, like, what each person, like, calls a certain thing, so I don't know if it's like
Oh, okay. Okay.
I do not know,
And you have 10,
unfortunately.
I guess 10 serves and
Mhm,
7 of those led into points. Okay, gotcha,
mhm.
gotcha, gotcha. Interesting. Okay, Alan, how did you guys do this year?
I feel like even though we didn't get to make it to the SIAC tournament, I feel like
You
we still
didn't.
did good
Okay.
from what hap I mean, obviously, I wasn't there last season, but I heard we did so much better than what we did last season. I did wish we were able to go to the tournament for our seniors because it's like last year I was a high school senior. I know like some people like they didn't get to go into college with it. So at least and in college, a lot of people might not get to go
Right.
to like the professionals with it. So I did that's the one thing I did want to get us a tournament for the seniors, but I feel like we did good. Obviously there's some room for improvement. Next year I definitely want to see the tournament. So
Okay.
yeah.
Do they have the tournament in a set place every year or for the
I'm pretty
SIEC?
sure. I think it
Okay.
goes for like who's at the top because I think this year, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it was hosted at Spring Hill, and I'm pretty sure Spring Hill is in Alabama. So the tournament I think was in Alabama this year. I don't
Okay.
know where it was last year, but
Interesting. Now, did you get any recognition for him, like being freshman of the year or freshman conference in the all conference team as a freshman or something to that nature?
Unfortunately, I did not. Uh,
Okay.
but I know my roommate. She's a setter, and I'm pretty sure she was like very very close to getting like an award for something during the season. So I feel like it's pretty hard because you have like top dominating schools like you have Spring Hill, and then you have Fort Valley and Albany. They were doing pretty good. So I feel like it's definitely a very difficult conference. And then you have like the West Side, like Central State and like all that. So
Okay. All right. Well, good, good, good. Well, you did very well volleyball season. Next season, what are some of your goals?
mm, I feel like some of my goals, honestly, is just to be more dominant on the court because I feel like this year I was a little bit more like, oh, freshman, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So I feel like, and I was also trying to get the feel of what playing college volleyball is like. So I think this next year I definitely want to be more dominant, and then I definitely want to get more digs
Okay.
and more like serving aces. So, and I definitely want us to go to the tournament. That's like the end goal. So,
Remarkable. I still, uh, I don't see how fast. I'm looking at the ball just. Boom. How do you
no,
guys
literally.
keep up with it?
I mean, it's a lot of like internal uh self-talk, and I
Okay.
would say it's a lot of the reps at practice. Because at practice, I know before we play some tough teams, my coach is like, okay, we got to get ready for those fast balls because it's not going to be like, oh, these baby balls that y'all be sending over at practice. Like, you got to gotta get those fast because if we got like on our team, we have like a girl, she's like over 6 foot. Imagine on the other side, you have some other girls that's all like 6 foot hitting at us. You got to be ready for that because you can't just like every time she's on the court, just let her continue to kill us.
Right.
Or because, first of all, I'm not trying to get hit in the face. So you got to learn how to, it's very fast. You have to be very aware so you don't really get yourself injured because a concussion is, I do not want to get it. Like, nobody wants getting concussion. So,
And I would think that's a reality, especially
yeah.
how fast those balls are being striked. Right.
Mm hmm. Mm
Okay. Look, I think Texas A&M here
hmm. Mm hmm.
they won the national championship for the
Mm hmm.
ladies, right? And that was the first time ever Texas A&M has won it.
Yeah.
I think the University of Texas has been there a few
Mm hmm.
times. And you look at Nebraska,
Mm hmm.
who's like a
Yes.
perennial contender,
Literally.
right? And I just applaud you guys and to see how you young ladies are able to handle the
Mm
rigors
hmm.
of that game.
Mm hmm.
All right. Well, good, good. Talk about school. What are you studying?
I am studying, I'm on a pre-law track to become a lawyer. So right
Really?
now, yes.
All
So like
right.
this year I took political science, and then I forgot what I'm taking. I don't think I'm taking anything like law oriented because you still have to take freshman classes. So I'm pretty sure I think like sophomore into like junior year I'll start getting more like my major centered classes. But yes, I'm on the track to become a lawyer. So that's
Have
exciting.
you considered the different law programs out there to apply to?
Not really. I mean, I did know I do want to come back and study law and take my bar exam in Georgia. So,
Okay.
of course, I mean, obviously I was wondering if UGA had a law school,
They do.
but I know yeah, so I was considering that one. And then, a lot of schools up north, they are very like, that's why I think I'm pretty sure like the law capital like is to like get into a good law school. I was hoping Spelman, or somebody had one, but I know they don't have that. I think they have like
No,
partnerships. So that's
exactly.
the only thing. Yeah.
UVA has a real good program
Mm,
in Virginia. My cousin, she attended UVA. Well, she first attended Princeton, then went to
mm,
UVA, and she's now one of the top attorneys in Louisiana.
dang.
Yeah, so uh, and she sits on the board of directors of Tulane, Princeton, and Dillard University. So
Okay.
yeah,
She's doing her thing.
she is. She's doing her thing, pretty much. Yeah, you can ask your dad about her. My cousin
Mhm.
Kim Boyle, and
Mhm.
she's a managing partner of Phelps Dunbar, which is I could tell you they do look for interns. So
Mm.
you bet keep that out there and keep those grades up. Maybe we can
Yes.
get you to get an internship.
Yes, that would be awesome. That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
good, good. Talk about your family. You have two sisters, right?
Mhm. Yes,
All
I have
right.
2 sisters, Monique and Erica.
And I know Monique's engineer by
Mhm.
trade now, and Erica. Now that's my godchild, guys, and she
Mhm.
was doing softball at Georgia, right? So what is she doing now?
She's currently working in downtown Atlanta.
Okay,
Uh,
good.
I haven't gotten her I don't know what she does. She told me, but I don't really understand. But, all I know is that
See,
she
that's
works
family,
downtown.
guys. Oh, I don't know my sister.
Look, she's
My,
so busy.
people be asking the same thing about my brother. I'm like, oh, he's in Denver. What does he do?
See, come on. Like, I know all I know is that she has a job
Yeah,
and
that,
she's
yeah.
alive.
She's not. Long as they're not asking you for money, right?
No, that part yet. I ain't got nothing. I'm a broke college student. I should be asking them for money.
Okay, there you go. Um, and talk about your mom and your pops.
Mm, my mom and my dad. My mom, she she's honestly gotten me to where I am at this point.
Very
Like,
sweet person, guys.
yeah,
Mom's a very sweet person.
especially like when with recruiting and stuff. And then I at the beginning I did get a lot. I got like no's. So it's also like, yeah. Plus in my senior year, it's like time is ticking because when the first national signing day happened, I didn't have like any offers. I don't think.
Okay,
So it was really like I was like really panicking. And so my mom was the one that really pushed me to really continue to keep going to volleyball classes, to keep training, and to keep sending out emails. And she was like, "You're going to hear a lot more no's before you start hearing yeses." So
all the time.
she was, yeah. And then of course my dad, he comes. They came like the game we played at Clark Atlanta. They came down there. They was at Spellhouse Homecoming. I was like, that's kind of crazy because I was on the bus and I couldn't go. And they were at Spellhouse Homecoming having a good old time. So yeah.
Yeah, well, your dad used to have a good old time at Morehouse as well.
I heard.
uh, we uh, we call ourselves we were chemistry majors, guys,
Mhm,
and Dale was very smart. And
mhm,
your dad, one thing that you really got us through college,
mhm.
your dad was a great cook.
Yes.
And oh my God, those
Mhm,
Bahamian meals, and your dad, what he would do with just rice, peas, and something else was just
mhm.
amazing. We was like, oh man, we'd be licking the bowl because we're college students. We didn't have anything up late at
Yeah.
night. And your dad would say, hey guys, what do you guys like to eat? And we was like, oh, okay,
Look,
what you got,
not
Dale?
not him
He'll
selling
just
plates.
whip it up, man. Yeah, he was always great at doing that. Your grandmother was great as well.
Mhm.
She got to see her idolier. She was like, idolier, man, how you doing? She would talk to him. So it was good. Good family. So, all right, let's talk about Alan.
Mhm,
Alan, a lot of people know Alan for the history. Why
mhm.
do you love going to Allen University? What has it been about Allen this year, just in your first semester, to say, wow, this is really a great place?
Mm, I would honestly say like the student body and my teammates. Like I love my teammates. That's the one thing like over anything I love my teammates. I love my roommate. Like it's the student body honestly really makes the school. And it's also like a very small school. So it's
Mhm.
like kind of everybody knows everybody. So I feel like that's really what like makes the school, and of course like the history. Like I know when I did my tour, they were like, "Oh, this is the church where they said Martin Luther King's dad preached," and I was like, "That's
Yeah,
really cool."
yeah.
So I mean, the history there is really great.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good. And the football team wasn't a great year for football for you guys
Hmm.
this season, but typically you can walk, like you say, you can go across the street. Benedict was really doing well.
Literally. Yeah. Unfortunately, they did beat us, so but it's okay. We got them next year.
Do you guys do a lot with the other campus over at Benedict?
I know sometimes we have like I know sometimes they have like bracelet socials where like you can make a bracelet or something and you can connect. But I
Oh,
know
really?
sometimes I know a lot of Benedict people will come over to Allen's campus and a lot of some Allen kids will go over to Benedict's campus. Uh like our practice football field is literally technically on Benedict's property. So when we did our conditioning at the beginning of the year, we was over there. And then the boys, upperclassmen boys dorms are also over there. So I mean, and then when they played volleyball, we would go over there and support them, and they would come over here and support us. So
Okay.
you know,
Well, good, good,
yeah.
good. That's good to hear. I know not a huge area between the two schools,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just being
Mm-hmm.
supportive of one another is very important. All right. Any last thoughts, any last, I guess, visions that you have for the ladies' team going forward?
Mm,
The Yellow
uh,
Jackets.
the Yellow Jackets. Honestly, the end goals. I know I keep saying it, but it's to make it to the tournament. And I feel like we have a lot. We have really good team chemistry. So I just feel like if we just continue to keep working in the spring, we should have no problem in the fall
Okay.
like next year. So
Are
yes.
you going to do anything special, like any new workout regimens to get you up and ready?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I mean, our coach hasn't given us our spring schedule yet, so I'm pretty sure we'll be in the weight room. I'm popular paying and I love being in the
Oh,
weight room.
you lift weights? You got
Yeah, like in
volleyball
high school,
players?
I was low key
Really?
like I was squatting like 200,
What?
which is yeah. But I feel like in college, I feel like we were so busy, so we didn't really have that much time to do as much. But yeah, especially like in high school, my weightlifting coach, he worked with he's an Olympic weightlifting coach, so I feel
Okay.
like honestly he really got me prepared for like college and stuff. So it's really just getting in that weight room and getting on the court, and then we should have like no problem going into next year.
Okay. Now, this semester coming up, what challenging classes do you have ahead?
Mm, I'm pretty sure I have psychology. I don't know if that's I don't know. I
Psychology?
don't
You think
Is that
that's
challenging?
challenging?
I don't know. I know I have a lot more. I have intro to music, I think. Uh I feel like I don't know. I know I have a lot more like I have public speaking. I don't know. Everybody says that class is easy, but
Public speaking is a necessity, and
yeah, I have
that would be
yeah.
great for you.
And
You
I'm
do
pretty sure I
well
have a writing
anyway.
class. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a writing class too.
Take
So,
advantage of the writing
yeah.
class. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's something. It's becoming a missing art out
Mhm.
there. When I'm looking at writers,
Mhm.
asking people to write, people don't want to write. They want to be in front of a camera. That's what
Mhm.
they're more. Oh no, I want to broadcast. I want to do that. What can you
Yeah.
write? You have to learn how to write your scripts. You have to
Mhm.
be able to understand the exchange between you and the interviewee. So
Mhm.
those are still important elements to understand. Writing is going to be especially important. And if you want to be an attorney, oh, it's
Oh
going to
yeah.
be huge, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of reading and writing.
Yeah. Look, my cousin till this day, she still stays up 3, sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning writing briefs. So
And
yeah, it's
yeah, I
very
mean,
challenging.
because I had my professor this year for political science. He actually went to Morehouse, and he's a lawyer.
Oh, what's
So
his name?
Jordan Springler.
Okay. Okay, I'm
or
familiar.
yes. So he graduated. He actually played football at Morehouse, and then he graduated from there. And so he's a lawyer. So he tells me about how it is a lot of reading and writing. So
You'll do
yeah.
well. You will do well. Okay, so this spring you guys are just gonna get together, but next season
Hmm.
you tip off during the fall time. Is that
Hmm.
correct? All right.
Hmm.
So we'll be awaiting to see how you do next fall as well. And
Yes.
who's your coach?
Danielle Robinson.
Okay. All right, Coach Robinson. All right.
Yes.
And I'm just going to extend this to you next season. I would like
Hmm.
to gauge your progress. We need to get you back on earlier so we can talk a little bit more about what's happening
Yes.
to kind of spotlight the Allen program.
Hmm.
And if Coach Robinson would like to be on as well, hey,
Yeah.
she has a free and open invitation. Just let her know. Okay.
Okay, I got you. I'll
All
definitely
right.
let her know before the semester's over.
Definitely.
I
Please.
mean, look, I see her on Saturday. We have a meeting on Saturday, so I could definitely let her know this
And
Saturday.
hopefully we can be able to have this interview out beforehand so you can be able to
Hmm.
show it to her. Okay.
Yes.
Um, any last thoughts?
Mm, really, all I have to thank is really God and my parents. So I would like to thank both of them. And I would really like to thank my team and the seniors that we had this year. I love our seniors. Shout out to our seniors.
All
So,
right. Shout out to the seniors. Shout out to the Yellow Jackets at Allen
yes.
University. And shout
Yes.
out to you, Madison. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. And tell your dad and mom I said hello, as
Hmm.
well as your sisters. But most of all, I want you to keep focused, stay in the books.
Yes.
Tell those boys leave you alone. Tell them you got an uncle out in Houston who has 2 6 shooters and a shotgun that is ready to come on over to South Carolina anytime. All right.
Trust me, I'm not interested in anybody in South
All
Carolina.
right. That's what I'm talking about. Stay interested in the books. But most of all, have a good time
Hmm.
and keep your goals to yourself and
Hmm.
write them, write everything you want to accomplish down. Whenever you
Hmm.
have any ideas, that's important. But always be tenacious and never
Hmm.
give up. Okay.
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right. I'm Kyle T. Mosley. Oh, tell everybody, Madison, how they can find you out there on the World Wide Web through social media.
I do have a TikTok and I do have an Instagram. Unfortunately, I did get logged out of my Instagram, so I'm trying to get logged back in there. But you could
Okay.
also find my team and I on Allen University on Instagram, and we also have a TikTok, and I think we have
Okay.
a Threads, which is
Threads
like
as
Insta.
well.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. I don't know about a Twitter, but
Yeah,
you
if you
can
have a
find us on there.
Threads, most likely you on have what Facebook as well, something to that nature.
I don't
Facebook
have
and
Facebook.
it is
I don't know
all
who
on.
runs the Instagram, so whoever runs it,
These
we're
social
on
media
there.
minds out there. Yeah.
Yes.
uh, all right. Well, guys, give her a follow and be able to check up on what's happening with the Allen University volleyball team and give them your support. And if you're an Allen University alum, give them your financial support as well because it takes a lot to run these programs. And it, if you want to see quality play, you got to pay. All right. So that's the truth
True.
to it.
Very
That's
true.
as Sam L. Jackson used to say, that's the truth, Ruth.
Hmm.
All right. I'm Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends. You can check us out at HBCU Legends on all social media platforms. And you can check me at KTMOZE on social media as well. Go to our articles as well as read up on everything that is out there on our Sports Illustrated site at HBCU Legends. You can go to hbculegends.net and that'll take you directly to the site as well. All right. Madison, be safe. Safe travels when you get back. As my
Thank
aunt used
you.
to always say, you need to get back in one piece. I don't know why the old
Yes.
people used to say, yeah,
Literally.
that's really how I want to get back as well, Auntie. in one
Yes.
piece. All right, but be safe and have a great time, right? And have
Thank you
a
so much.
beautiful semester coming up as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. And guys, if you guys would like to support the Allen program, like I said, check them out. You can go to, let's see here, auyellowjackets.com, and you can be able to go and check up on all of the athletic programs at Allen University. I'm Kyle T. Mosley. That's Madison Mack of the Allen University Yellow Jackets volleyball team. You guys have a great one and be safe and be good and always be tenacious. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
If you're a podcast host, listen up. This one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle. And I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.